Hey guys, sorry we're kind of late. We were in a heated discussion about Crunchyroll, which may or may not continue after this. But yeah, this is our last Spooky Sprint live stream. So I can't believe it went by so fast. It feels like it went by super fast. And I am happy to report I have a blackout. I finally found Eden while reading Mao. I'm like, yes, last year Storm got me and I didn't get a blackout. So yeah, all good to go. How are you, Bizarre?
I just got a blackout today. I found Chainsaw finally.
And not by reading Chainsaw Man. I was so disappointed.
Chainsaw Man, so maybe next year I'll read Chainsaw Man just because it won't be a prompt anymore.
I had so much fun like sending you like gifts because you were like, my last one is Chainsaw. I'm like,
yeah,
You're so evil.
yeah.
I think the only one I'm missing is Chainsaw, but I don't think any of the ones I'm reading will have a chainsaw in them. So
No.
my competitive heart is really disappointed. I'm not going to be able to get a black heart or blackout.
I know how you feel because I got everything but Chainsaw now. So screw you, Mark.
It will not be on next year, so rest assured it will not be up again.
Yeah. How are
You guys are
Go ahead.
sorry. You guys are having a hard time with the chainsaw. That was the first one I found, and I found 3.
Oh, tell Tony what they're from so she could get it. You remember?
Now on the spot, no. But they might come back to me. Well, actually, I'll tell you mine. If I can find it on my paper. I'll have to come back. I don't know. I can't find it. No.
Gotcha.
It was in Queen's Quality.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It was in one of the Queen's Quality. I don't remember which, maybe the 6th one or so. But yeah, I saw that in there, and the other 2 I don't remember because I wasn't really paying attention. I'm like, now that I'm looking for Chainsaw, I got 3 of them.
Yep.
I think I have all of them now.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Well, Magic, I'm not sure. That's very hard to find. But there was like this picture where it seemed magical, so maybe, I don't know.
That counts. How about you, Chloe?
I'm still, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still have 7 left, but
Do you have a bingo yet? Do you have a bingo yet?
Yes, I've managed to get
Nice.
1 bingo.
Sweet. Well, there is still time left. Well, how many more days? Let's see. 4 more days left.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I could get through my TBR. I've got I think 5 or 6 volumes of Toilet Bound, which was on my original TBR. I've kind of like deviated a couple times, which, you know, because mood reader. But yeah. Oh, hi, Moonbeans. Sorry, I forgot to click on all this stuff. Nice, congrats, y'all are awesome. My last one is Chainsaw too. I think Moonbeans refuses to read Chainsaw Man too. Is that right? I think Moonbeams was saying that.
Well, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's almost like it's too easy. Yeah, it's just like almost like an obvious given, and it's just like, I know. I want to say no. I'm petty. No. Like I want to find
a chainsaw. I want to find a
Right?
chainsaw. I don't want to look for a chainsaw. I want to find one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I feel like some people are going to think I was cheating because it is on the cover of mine, but the only thing is when I ordered it off eBay, I didn't look through the covers, and I was like, oh, that would be a perfect title to read for, October. So that's why I'm counting it. And then when I got it, I was like, oh, this counts, So I discovered it on the cover after the bingo board. So
Which one was it?
Nice.
What manga?
why can't? Oh, it's right next to me. Princess Resurrection. So
We're all like this.
I think I have that digitally. I think.
yeah,
I think I have that digitally.
yeah, I watched the anime like years ago, and I absolutely loved it. So and this manga was going for like so much online, and it finally dropped in price. So I was like, yes.
How many volumes are there?
There's a lot, but they only printed 7 physically, but you can get the rest digitally from Credential, I think. Is that where you got yours from?
Yeah, I got it in a humble bundle, which is almost always from Kodansha. Here, hold on, I'm gonna look right now. Princess Resurrection, right?
Yeah, I think there was 25, 27, something like that. So it's a longer one for sure. But
There's
it's really
20 that I have. I don't know if that's all of them, but
Okay.
I have 20 of them.
Nice.
Nice.
Hi, Field. I've already read it twice. I'm not gonna read it just for this. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I took it off for last year's. I gotta think of a new hard one though.
A new hard one.
A new hard one. Although that one
Well, you
wasn't
said
really hard.
pumpkin kind of hard.
Pumpkin, that's what
I
it
saw-
was. I was like,
Yeah,
I saw
what?
pumpkin.
I've been looking for pumpkin the whole entire because I'm doing another challenge and it has find a pumpkin jack-o'-lantern on it, and I can't find it anywhere. So so that's like
I found a couple.
really.
I do too.
I keep seeing pumpkins everywhere.
I forgot to get her. Oh no, I did have my cat thing up, but then Firefox decided to boot me out, and now I gotta find it again.
Should we talk about what we're reading?
Oh yeah, that would probably be good.
For the read.
No, we don't do that.
But yeah, so really fast, you guys. Happy Halloween.
I love it.
Nice.
Awesome.
I want to keep it on, but I cannot read in it. I tried earlier.
You
I
try.
don't know how the manga sloth does it.
I don't know.
I would be so sweaty afterwards.
Right?
It sounds like he's a little bit
dripping
sweaty
out.
underneath there sometimes after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
funny,
wore this
isn't
out for one Halloween, but I was drinking too, so that might have helped. But I wore it like the whole entire time, and yeah, I don't know how.
I was wasted, so it didn't matter.
Exactly.
I think we did 25 minutes last time, didn't we?
I think so.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think so, yeah. All right. So yeah, what are you guys reading? Okay.
I don't know.
Ooh, that's a good one, Sue. Hey, Chloe Sue.
Hey,
I'm so mad.
We're twinning.
I'm so
Yep.
mad.
Here's Tony's.
I'm so mad. They charged me for it, and it should be like, come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll shut up. Otherwise, I'll be here forever.
No, it's okay. Let's talk about the Crunchyroll hate. I'm,
Well, I think what we should do is we should set a timer for 25 minutes to talk about how awful it is.
That's
like
fine.
50
So
some
I'll be
minutes.
reading.
There we
So
go.
I'll be rereading again Dorohedoro. I kind of was starting it, but then I got my packages in, so I stopped it and read what I got in delivered. So now I'm back to Dorohedoro and hoping there's still a chainsaw somewhere in there.
Nice.
Nice.
You guys can help me decide what I'm going to read. So I have
What you got?
many things. Many things. I have The Wonder House of Horrors, which is a new volume that just came out.
Ooh,
This is published
cool.
by Starfruit, I think. Yeah, published by
I've heard of that
Starfruit.
Oh,
It just came out. It's published by Starfruit, and they did, is it Town of Pigs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I ordered
Yeah.
when that originally came out, and it got lost in the mail, and then I never got a refund or the book. So I just don't have.
Should we talk
That's
about
too bad.
Starfruit books now?
No. I mean, I did email them, and they didn't respond to my email, but whatever. It was like 2 years ago. I'm not complaining about the publisher. I don't care anymore.
I can't.
I don't care. And then I have another publisher that I don't have any books from. This is Kafka, which is manga adaptation of different Kafka works. The only one I've read is Metamorphosis, but maybe I'll read that. Otherwise, I have Dark Gathering.
I almost got it today.
I found it for really cheap, well, pretty cheap, so I decided to try that. I have a couple volumes of that. And then last
That
one
one's good.
I'll
It's
talk
cute.
about. I have more. I have the case study of Vanitas, which is probably not even horror, but it has vampires in it. So I've read so many manga with vampires lately. So many. But anyway, those are my things. I think I'm gonna read this because it's like actually.
Yeah, I'd
Cool.
like to hear your thoughts on that one.
That one
Yeah.
looks cool.
And I'm
Did
curious
you-
about the second one you held up as well.
The Kafka one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I've never
interesting
seen that.
because this is published by Pushkin Press, which when I saw this, they had like a little advertisement for their other books, and they all match. They're not manga; they're just regular novels, but they all match this. So I just bought them because I don't know. I like it when things match. But so interestingly, I think this is their first manga they published because you open it here, but this is the last page, and then you read it like a normal manga, left to right or right to left, but the cover is published like a normal book.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think it's an accident. I think they just are not experienced with publishing manga, so they didn't do it the other way. But
Yeah.
Right.
anyway.
Well, I did go with Kafka because Starfruit books, screwed you over. So I was going to say the first one, but screw them. Do the Kafka.
I don't have a grudge. I have no commentary on Starfruit books. I just was a funny story, except not so funny, I guess. Listen, I love small publishers. This is except for Dempa. But
Did you ever get to read the Town and Pigs one? Did you ever?
No.
No. It's okay.
It's not out of print. I can buy it again. I'm just maybe a little salty inside that I didn't get the book.
Yeah, I think
It's too late to do anything about
I'd
it
be
now.
salty.
Yeah.
It's too late to do anything about it now, though. But it's fine.
Yeah.
Never be salty.
I'm still salty. See, I just got the recent release of Witch Hat Atelier, so I'm rereading the whole thing. Nice.
Nice.
Hi, hello. See, Wonder House of Horrors is fun. That's weird that Starfruits never got back to you. I've always found them very responsive. Yeah, they're responsive until you don't want to promote the book they want to promote, and then they just leave you on red. So I'm just like, oh, okay, I got your number. Got it. So that's my beef, in case anyone cares. I digress.
You have issues with Starfruit?
Yes, I do.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they messaged me and said, hey, would you like to try some of our manga? I'm like, heck yes. And they're like, which ones are you interested in? And I said, The Town of Pigs and like a couple other ones. And they were like, well, what about this one? I'm like, no, you're probably not going to get a good review out of it because it's not something I would typically read.
Which is a good thing to tell them, because if they're trying to advertise their books, you don't want someone who doesn't like the book
I'm not
to
going to
talk
tear
about
it
it.
apart. Yeah, I'm like, hey, give me this book so I can rip it apart.
Yeah, I would have been so mean. I would be like, yeah, give it to me, and then I would do a bad review. Like,
This is why I won't accept books sent to me. Like, I originally applied for the Yen Press thing, and then afterwards I'm like, I'm glad they didn't give me any because I'd feel bad, and also I'd have all these books that I don't know what to do with because I wouldn't like them.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to like have to read books I don't want to read in order to justify a few that I get for free that I really like. So I'm like, I'm glad they didn't write back.
And plus, after that whole Instagram thing with the really small book, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the dirty suits.
Yeah, that one. That where the people who wrote that were responding to bad reviews in a really terrible way. No, I'm not.
Oh, bad book. Yeah.
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 So I have no interest
Yeah.
in accepting any review copies, really.
No. Yeah. After that.
Yeah,
I'm
book
like,
talk's
I'm
really bad for
good.
that, where authors go in and really get personal with bad reviews that they get, like
Mhm.
self-publishers. I've seen that. Yeah, I watched this YouTuber who does bad book reviewers, like authors behaving badly, and she like goes off about like all the times the authors of self-published works usually just like get crazy when they get a bad review and just like not a good look. It's just like yeah.
Maybe they shouldn't read their own reviews then, just not read the
Well, that's
reviews
what
about their
she
book.
said.
Right? Those are
Yeah.
good.
Like review. That's what she says is reviews are for reviewers are for readers, right? The reviews are for readers, not for the authors.
Right.
If you want to commission me to review your book, that's one thing. And I could give you some tips, but like, get off Goodreads, stop this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And just side note, I'm different than everyone. You can send me all the free stuff. If anyone's listening.
I'm like, send me your stuff. I'd like it, but I can't guarantee you a good review. But like, I will read it. I have no qualms about reading it.
Yeah, I'm a little too picky. I'm like, I don't want to read
I
that.
just-
I'm not gonna.
I just know I'd have stacks of volume 1s that I wouldn't want to read. Like all those, no offense to anybody. I just don't like romance. So all like half of the Yen Press releases are romance ones that I know I wouldn't like even if I did read them. So I just have a stack of them and I wouldn't know what to do with them.
Same with me with the isekais. I'm
I
like,
was
I'm not
probably-
reading that long ass
yeah.
title.
Yeah, I feel like if you're
I got a
forcing
romance
it,
thing.
it's really hard.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't mind. I like ranting. So if I read something I know I don't like, I don't mind ranting later about it.
No,
Like I still
If I
plan to read
don't-
all of Homunculus online. I don't. After the second omnibus, though, I'm definitely not picking it up. But I want to
It's
do a
one thing
review
if-
on it, and I'm gonna probably go in on it.
Yeah.
it's one thing if I thought I would like it and then I was disappointed and then I can write a review about it. It's like, I know I won't like these books. I already know I won't like them. So I
Yeah.
have no interest in reading them and then reviewing them when it's not for me anyway. I know I won't like them.
Right.
Hey Stu, what were you gonna say?
I was saying that it must be hard when you receive books and you're kind of forced to read it. I feel like you can't really get a real opinion because you might not be in the mood also to read it.
Yeah.
That's
And I
true.
feel like when it's like anything, like you're in school and you're reading something, it's not interesting. But if you're doing it just for fun, you might not
That's true.
feel the same way about the book,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're forced to read something because in
Yeah.
order to get more free books, you've got to put out like your review of the stuff they already sent you. And then you have like deadlines and stuff. And I'm like, that doesn't sound fun. I'm like, I'm out.
right?
Like,
Yeah.
I don't want this to feel like work.
Yeah.
But,
Yen Press
see.
doesn't give you deadlines though to like review their books, right?
I don't know. I think it depends on the publisher. I've heard like some people say that they have like a time frame in which they have to do it by.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'd totally be like, no, screw it. I like to be on my own time. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does anyone
Again.
know about the Yen Press? 'Cause I know that they sent out like a whole bunch of boxes to people to read.
Mm,
Yen Press did.
Yeah, I applied for that, but they ignored me.
No, they did.
name.
Well, they had this whole thing you filled out, and then once you filled it all out, at the end it says you need 5,000 followers. Why wouldn't you just say that at the beginning so I don't fill out your entire
It's like, I just
form
filled
and
all
then
this
you tell
out.
me that?
Yeah.
And it was so hard too. I had to think.
I know, I was
Like-
writing an essay. I felt like I was back applying for colleges, writing an essay about how good of a person I am and why I deserve these
Exactly. I'm
jobs.
like, I hate this. The whole time I was like, I don't
Really?
like this.
Do that. Again, no, then. Not filling that out. I'm doing you a favor by promoting your book, damn it.
No,
Possibly.
Like, come on. Free
Possibly.
free advertising.
Yeah, possibly good review. You mean?
I stink at giving reviews. I'm just like, it was so good. And then that's I swear I'm gonna have dementia when I'm older because I'll read something and I'm like, I don't remember what this is about, but I really liked it. Terrible. That's why there's not very many reviews on my manga channel. I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't remember a whole lot, but it was really good.
That's why I've started writing like really detailed notes
Mm,
when I'm reading, and then it's a lot easier to do the
yeah,
monthly reads or whatever. I
just-
still don't do like long, in-depth reviews. I could,
Yeah.
but I don't know what to
I
talk
just
about for
kind of
that
wing
long.
it. I don't even write a script. I just kind of
Oh, you
like think, okay, I'm gonna talk about this like section when it comes to like say art, and then on another section I'll say story, and then another section would be like the context, the framing, like what the point is, right? What it's saying, and just kind of like do it like in steps. But I just record it like on the fly, so I don't even write anything down. So I don't know.
that's pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah, I try to like tab stuff, but then I'm like, I don't even remember why I tabbed this page. So I'm like, this is useless.
For me, would be mostly the names. I
Yeah.
cannot remember a name. I could read 12 volumes and then I'm like, what was her name?
Yeah.
I'm terrible
Right?
at
That
that.
totally happens.
For reviews, I feel like
Yeah,
the names
I'll
don't
have
matter.
to have the books or the manga near me to be able to flip through for the names because especially because they're Japanese names, so you don't hear them often, right? And then you
Yeah,
gotta worry too in the middle of it if you're even pronouncing it right.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true. That's
Then you
true.
hear the anime, I'm like, that's not how I said it.
Yeah.
Right? That was way off.
But
Yeah.
you know,
The only reason I can remember this one is his name is right on the front. I'm like, oh yeah, that guy. But anyone else in here, I'm like, I don't remember who they were.
yeah, one of my
Mao's kind of a famous, so
Yeah.
I had volume 1 in my hand today too, and I
Oh, you
decided
did?
not to take it.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I'm like reading it. That's what I'm kind of gonna read tonight. I have
Okay.
no, I just started this one. I have Rosenblood, which both of these, I don't know why I'm like really like continuing on with them for different reasons. This one is interesting. This girl's in a really bad situation with these vampires. I'm like, you're so stupid, but I'm just like, I gotta know what happens. And it's not even that good. Like the art is really good. Like the art is really pretty, but the story is just I don't know. I mean, the art's really pretty. And I mean, that's not even a pretty page either. But I'm just like, the story is so whack. Oh, here we go. And it's very suggestive too. But I'm like, I gotta know what happens. Is she gonna die? Because she's really dumb and she's in this house full of vampires. And then I'm reading this. It's not like my typical go-to thing, but weird stuff happens. And I'm like, well, that was really disturbing and odd. Let's see what happens in the next volume. And then the next one and the next one. I'm
So
like,
which volume are you at?
I'm on 5, 6, and 7. So these are like
Is it-
really fast reads too for me for some reason. I guess there's
Is
not a
it
lot
good?
of dialogue.
Is it good?
But I mean, I think I like it. Like, I'm trying to decide if I want to read it like digitally or physically. I don't know if it's like I like it, but it's not like a favorite. Like I gotta have the next volume type thing.
Yeah, that was my concern because like I've been into this mangaka lately, but I'm more like with the old stuff. Like I'm just interested in that because that's what made her where she is now. And I'm like, this is like her last release. I don't know. I feel like I read the back and I'm like, I don't know. I don't find it original. Maybe.
Yeah, it's very like Inuyasha. Like if you like Inuyasha, you'll probably like this because it has like the same notes and stuff, and
yeah,
even the characters seem like the same. So, and I've only maybe watched like maybe a season of Inuyasha, not even all of it. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I like it, but now that I have to shop at Barnes & Noble because Crunchyroll is a mess, I'm going to be picking up everything and anything. So if it's just okay, I'm probably going to just read it off the Viz app.
Yeah.
That's what
feel
I decided
bad
for that.
because I'm like, I am reading it and liking it, but I don't know.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read on the Viz app, like different titles that I'm not too sure, and then if I'm really into it, then I'll buy them because I feel like there's so many out there that I'm like, I'm all over the place. I'm like, I have volume 1 of this, that, and I just,
Yeah.
That's what
like,
I
I don't
usually
know what
do
to
for
read.
all of the manga I pick up. Is I read the first like few chapters if I'm interested in it, unless it's like I don't know. Sometimes I don't, but for the most part, I do try to do that because I don't want to. I want to be picky with what I pick up. I don't want to have to just like have a bunch of randoms, right? And I'm a picky person. Like I like particular manga. I'm not. I don't have like a very vast variety of tastes. I like
Yeah, you know what you like.
particular sort of. I know what I like, right?
Same way. Like I'll like one fantasy, but this fantasy not really good, or I'll like this horror and this one stinks. So I'm like, I don't know. I can't pinpoint what it is. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Did you read that one, Bizarre? Did you finish it?
I don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Bizarre, you just said you'd review any manga.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's hear it.
Well,
I can rant about it again if you don't want to. I don't care.
Me too.
what?
I said I can rant about it.
Yeah, I'm planning
again
to
if you
do a
don't want
whole video rant on it. So
I could.
It's getting hot in here. So
Well, the issue is I actually
Homunculus. Ooh, it's hot.
I really enjoyed this economics.
You did?
you did?
God, I was so scared to come on.
I mean, that's fine.
But you know, Bizarre,
what you
but you know what? It's funny because when I read it and I could not believe my eyes, like after I read the second omnibus, and I did speak to you, Marg, about it. I was like, wow. And I said to my husband, because he reads also manga, but less than me, I said, can you read this and tell me how you feel about it? It's like, I wasn't sure. Like, I know, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, sometimes you think it's, I don't know. So I had him read it, and he's like, he was trying to be the devil's advocate and trying to find why it's sort of interesting in that weird, scenes, all those weird scenes. And I don't know, like I'm on the fence.
My
because
issue,
he made good
my
points.
issue isn't really the weird scenes as much as like the fact that with the framing in context, what he's basically saying is that this child, like almost like she was asking for it. That's what it basically comes down to, and that's what my issue is. And that he helps her by almost raping her, or does, or something. Like, no, that's an issue. That's what my problem is with.
Yeah, but he sees
and
her
that's
as
how
a
he
monster.
thinks.
So there's like
thinks of what the about actual real life, and that's why, or else he wouldn't have written it like that. And that's my issue. So that's why I'm going to be going deep diving analysis of the whole series to really kind of get in on it. I'm going to roast his ass.
But like he sees her like a monster. So there's different layers. That's a thing.
Yeah, I have a different point. But I mean, it still relates to that, but this part takes up like 80% of the omnibus. And I know it says like volumes 3 and 4, but those are based on a different release. So that's actually 1.5 or 3 volumes together. So altogether, Homunculus is 15 volumes, I think. So imagine going to the bookstore and this new volume releases, you read it and you're like, that's gross. And then 3 months later, you come back, read another volume, and it's still happening.
Yeah.
And then throughout the entire volume, and you put that down, and you come back 3 months later, and it's still happening.
Yeah.
After that long.
You're like, I'm out.
That's ridiculous. And the metaphor that Sue is saying, totally understand. But it's so heavy-handed, it could almost reach out of the page and slap you in the face.
Right?
That's how heavy-handed the metaphor is. Like,
Yeah.
I understand what they're saying, but You don't like
You don't
symbols,
need all
symbols,
those pages
symbols,
to
symbols,
do it.
symbols. It's what it is the whole
Yeah.
time. It's just not
Yeah.
even like well done. If that's what
Yeah.
you're trying
Yeah,
to.
exactly.
That's what
It's
you're
so
messing-
on the nose. It's so obvious, and it's just he's so hyper fixated and focused on it. It's like you got issues, dude. I'm sorry, but I don't know.
Oh, he
Yeah.
does. It's
Your
clear.
man eats his own snot and stuff. I'm like, ugh.
And
And
other
it's
things.
almost
yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
pretentious in a way. Like I'm like philosophizing this, to you, but it's like you're not. It's not that like of epiphany that you're giving me here. Like
Yeah, it's
just
not great.
so different than the first one. I'm just like, what? I didn't even
I really
understand
like the
what
first
the word
one.
I was reading.
I was really disappointed. I loved the first omnibus.
Yeah.
Like I saw it go places.
Yeah. I was like,
I
this
also really
concept
liked
is
the
really
art.
interesting.
Like the art was really
Oh,
good.
yes.
So it's like
Yeah.
like really good. So that was disappointing.
Hey, Bizarre, did it still smell when it got to you?
Mhm. I literally feel like it was meant to like make people like pass out. Like
Right?
that's
It
what
was
it smelled like.
strong chemical
to add to the
smell.
sickening atmosphere.
Yeah, that's what. And I was
That's so weird. Well,
Yeah,
mine didn't smell, so I don't know.
Yeah. Mine and Tony's copy smelled really bad of like industrial strength glue.
Oh
or something.
yes.
Yours
Okay,
too?
yes, yes. Oh my god. It was
Now I'm
horrible.
gonna, when I go on Barnes Noble, I'm gonna pick up Homunculus too and go, and people are gonna be like, "What is she doing?" Like this
Always
one smells
smell
good.
your volumes. Always smell your volumes before you pick them up.
Yeah,
This one
Yeah.
smells good.
this one smells good.
You're like in the aisle,
Yeah,
This one smells
Yep,
good.
this checks
sniffing
out.
your manga.
This checks out.
Like it was really making me sick, like
Yeah, I
physically,
know, yeah.
and like when I was reading what was on the page too, I'm just like, oh gosh, ugh.
A whole
It was-
It's gotta be
ensemble.
the glue that they
Yeah.
didn't use for the spine or something. Because sometimes they have different glue.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll be like this really white glue, and then another times it'll be like a clearer glue. So maybe they just you guys got a batch
it was
with
the
really bad
actual
glue.
Is it the glue or the ink?
I think it
I
was the
don't know.
actual paper that smelled like that.
You
Oh,
think
yeah.
so?
Like it was
Really?
like bleach
Okay.
or something because they'll bleach paper, right, to print it. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was the actual paper that smelled like that.
Oh, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe they put mine out to like air it out or something like outside before.
Smell your
And it's
volume, people.
17.
It's
It is
fine.
17. They print the same volume in different places, and so
Mm.
that
Yeah.
could be why. I didn't
I
look
should
to see
check
where
where.
it was.
Yeah, I didn't check
I
which
didn't know it was
where my copies came from.
My copy went to Bazaar. Well, I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad it found a home where it would be loved, but I'm just
I
like,
can't wait for the next omnibus.
Yeah. You're going to have to report back for us.
I will.
The next omnibus, at least it seems like it's going somewhere.
Something else.
Something's happening.
Yeah, at least it
back
started
on
to
track.
change to somewhere
Yeah.
else. So
I will say I am shocked because like I is it just like that one guy couldn't handle like the situation and then he just disappears for a while?
I liked that
Yeah.
part. I had no issue with that part. I thought that was actually pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
That part, I was like, that's what you
Yeah,
get.
I wanted to know where he went and why. I'm like,
yeah, but like how
Gotta be the big man.
but how did the other guy happen? Like I'm just like what? Like that man, I was not expecting that at all.
yeah.
Imagine reading that weekly or monthly or whatever the release schedule
Oh,
is for
gosh.
that.
Yeah.
Just forever.
Yeah. It'd be like 3-4 months. All right, finally. On to something else. Well, we're about 35 minutes in.
Probably something.
We haven't hit an hour yet, so I think we're still good. Let's keep chatting. I guess we should read something since it is reading sprints. People in the comments have been very quiet.
Maybe I haven't read the volume yet.
They're probably reading.
Yeah, I think I like terrified everyone. Very.
Everyone ran away.
I was not going to bring it up.
It's totally fine. Like I said, there's a lot of layers to it. It's like, okay, where's it going? Why are they?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to talk about it on here, but like I could relate to it. A lot of things that was going on. So like that was very interesting to me too. So like I was comparing things. Yeah. But anyways, so that's one of the reasons why I like.
Instead.
Moonbeams is the only one doing reading in a reading squad.
Good job.
We're the delinquents here.
Yeah. All right. I guess we'll read. We'll see if the cat meows this time. If not, I'll be doing it again.
Kind of like that you do it, Mark.
Yeah, you like it better? Okay, we'll just keep me doing it then. If I don't look up when the timer's off, because I think that happened a couple times, one of y'all can meow if you'd like. Alrighty. Let me see if I can get it back. How do I? Oh, there it is. All right. I'm a pro, you guys. All right.
Happy
Let's
read.
read. Meow.
Lovely.
How'd you guys do?
I'm not even going to be bothering looking for chainsaw anymore. I'm just going to read. I'm done.
Never give up, never surrender.
If I find it, I find it, but who?
I got you.
I feel like there could be a chainsaw in Dorohedoro. Like it wouldn't be
I
that
hope
out of
Hey.
place. I can't
it
remember.
seems
when
like it would.
It's been a
Yeah.
long time since I read that.
I have the whole series to scour over, so we'll see.
I think there's one in JoJo Bizarre Adventure, like a volume 1 in the part 1, but I'm not sure.
Mm.
I don't know if you have that one.
No, I'm not interested in that series at all. It's too big. It's too long.
Yeah, it is.
I can't.
Well, it's split up into parts, so
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, but I'm like one of those weird OCD people that I have to. If I collect one thing, I have to get the whole entirety of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I refuse
also just-
to
I don't even read
get
it.
a series on hiatus. I refuse to read it. No,
Mm.
can't do it. So yeah, if I start JoJo's, I would have to do the entirety of it, and I can't do that to myself.
I don't even read it. I just watch the anime. I don't even read it. I tried to read it, and the anime is better. And I don't even watch anime anymore, but I do watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Did anyone finish their volume?
Yep,
Not
You
yet.
finished yours? How was it?
it's good. It's like a horror comedy, which is always
Oh.
fun. I didn't realize that until like halfway through the volume that it was supposed to be
Yeah.
funny.
What's the art look
There's-
like?
I'm reading. Well, I read Wonder House of Horrors. Lots of people get dismembered. Like many, many, many people get dismembered.
That's
Let us
lovely.
dismemberment. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But at the end, there's a really that's why I do love small publishers, because they put some thought into their editor's notes, or they try to include a note from the author usually, which I mean, other publishers do that too, but it usually provides more like historical context instead of just what the author was thinking when they were writing these. So this one, the author, who I'm pretty sure is a woman, I might be wrong. Anyway, so they said that basically when they wrote this, they intended to write a second volume, but during that time there were some incidents of underage people murdering people. And so it got canceled. And then now there are almost zero, I think it said there are no horror manga magazines anymore because of that. So there's like a whole thing about the manga industry and horror manga at the end of this volume. That's really interesting.
Actually,
Interesting.
I remember that Dorohedoro magazine got completely canceled. It had to be picked up by a non-horror magazine,
Mm-hmm.
like in the middle. So that might be around that time. So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I should look up to make sure.
Which really
Is that one like a
sucks
bunch
because
of
I
short
love
stories?
horror.
Same. Is it one big story, or is it like a bunch of short stories?
It's a bunch of short stories. There's some at the end which they're not connected at all story-wise, but they're all about like chocolate. Like there's like 6 stories about chocolate.
That's so
Sugar
random.
chocolate from outer space.
All right.
Yeah, I mean they're not, again, plot-wise they're not connected, but they all have chocolate in them.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Miyako Kojima is a woman. I had to make sure before I spread false information.
I might look into picking that up, even though it's by Starfruit.
Yeah, that one does look good. You Starfruit.
It does look really good.
Yeah, I really like the cover.
Well, if
The
Starfruit
back
wants to
cover is
make
cool.
it up
And
to
I
you,
find a lot
It's cool.
I find also that like a lot of the smaller publishers, their quality of their mangas are just so much nicer. So maybe I will pick that up.
Mhm.
How is the quality
This is,
of Starfruit?
I mean, it feels nice, but this is a $17 volume of manga, and here's a normal volume, here's a Viz volume. So I guess it's the same size, but it's thinner.
Thinner, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but,
well, they usually are more expensive.
Yeah.
I purchased Intense, which is just like very thin. It's a little tall, but like not very tall, and it's super thin. And it was like $22 a volume,
Right.
yeah.
at least for Canada. So,
This doesn't have.
but the
Canadian
quality is
price on
so
the back.
good, and it has French flaps.
Ooh,
This is not.
nice.
This is just a normal. But I wish it had
Oh,
French flaps.
boo.
It's just normal,
Right?
but that's okay.
Yeah. This just continues to just be garbage trash. But I'm like, I gotta know the lore behind
Yeah.
everything.
How long is
Barnes
that?
likes to wallow in the garbage.
I mean, not usually, but this one has something over me. I feel like I've been cursed and I need to figure out like how this is gonna end. It's only 5 volumes.
Do you know how long it's going to be?
5 volumes.
5? Okay.
Yeah, it's already completed and out. So I saw volumes 4 and 5 at Barnes and Noble the other day. I'm like, I had it in my hand. I'm like, put it back. You haven't even read 3 yet. So
Well, something's luring you in, that's for sure.
I know. It's like I don't know. I've got to know what they're hiding in this house. It's a reverse harem too, by the way, and
Of course.
it's really ridiculous.
Sometimes
But-
trash can be fun. Keep your head high there, Mark.
I read a
I
lot of
know.
trash.
Right?
Well, what surprises me, it's like a shoujo beat title. So I'm like, oh, this should be pretty tame. Boy.
Have you ever?
Things.
Did you ever read Requiem of the Rose King?
I'm like buddy reading that one. I'm on volume 3 right now. It's
That's
different than
also-
what I thought it was going to be,
It's
for
also
sure.
a shoujo manga that's very.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no vampires, but
No. But it's
it's
dark.
based on Shakespeare.
I'm
and you can tell.
reading Banana Fish, which is pretty. It's a shoujo, but it's pretty like dark and intense.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Yeah.
I think actually this is a shoujo manga.
Is it really?
So lots
Is
of Junji Ito manga are shoujo.
Really?
I
Yes.
did not know that.
Really?
Like Tomie and-
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause- yeah, a lot of the main characters are a girl.
I mean, that's true.
True.
Yeah.
Tomie is definitely a shoujo
I mean, that's
manga,
always
but
say that it's shoujo if the main character is a girl, but yeah, I noticed because I always go on Mal and it says shoujo on the different Junji Ito titles. I'm like, oh,
I've
look
never
at
noticed that. That's funny.
that. Hey, girls like their horror too.
Of course.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite.
Same.
Mhm.
It's either
Definitely.
like romance shoujo stuff, or it's like some seinen or some really terrible horror.
I think there's just a misconception because a lot of the stuff that is brought over here ends up being shoujo
Yeah.
romance, but it's
Mm.
not
Because I think
just
that's
because
the
that sells
demographic
pretty
that
well.
will entice the girls more, right?
Yeah,
So,
but
yeah.
But I would
Like-
like more josei because I know that a lot of josei tends to be like darker and stuff and can be really, drama filled and intense stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
I wish we had more of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. One day. They just keep publishing isekais. I'm like, we don't want any more. At least I don't.
And they're long titles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't even read this title. I can't remember what it's called. I don't want it.
I don't know how.
Well, I know that
they
a lot. Like
advertise
now,
those.
the big thing is the whole villainess ones, right?
Oh,
The
no.
reborn again as a villainess, died 107 times, reborn,
Yeah. Leveled up
villainess,
to
doing this
99.
and that, and I'm like, ah. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, not another saturation of a different sort of shoujo isekai.
Oh, such a pretty kitty. So squirmy.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be in my arms. She's like, what do you want? Leave me alone. Ow. Yeah, she's like that. I have two. One is like the chill one that sits on you that doesn't ever want to get up, and she's like, "Leave me alone. I have things to do."
Yeah. Cute. Yeah. How are you guys liking Mimi's was it Mimi's Tales of Terror?
I've been liking it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like that. It was really
Yeah,
good.
it's good. Yeah, yeah, it's very it's fun. So
Mhm.
far, so good.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's a fast read though. I can see
It is.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Moonbeams. She's hanging in there. I'd forgotten how lovely Witch Hat Atelier is. Yeah. The art in that one's really great. I haven't read any of it.
No, it's
I
true. I
need to
remember
read
you
it.
said that you had it and you just weren't
I just
attracted to
wasn't
it.
picking it up. It was just like I'd look through the pictures, but I'm like, I'm not interested in the story though. I don't know.
That manga
Didn't
It's
is-
okay. I'm with you,
It
Marge.
didn't vibe with me.
I'm not a fan
but
of
the
Witch.
art is really pretty.
So. Reminds me
Yeah,
of
the art's
Ghibli.
nice.
Yeah, it does. Like I said, I'm like pretty picky and I can't even pinpoint like what. I think it was the hats. The hats, I'm like, can we just lose the hats? 'Cause-
It's the hat. You're like no
It
go.
actually gets pretty dark, which How to Tell You does.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I hear everyone praising it so much, and I'm like, oh, I am interested, but I'm like, I hate witch stories. Like, I think it's, I don't know.
Yeah. The only one I'm into right now is
India.
I Am a Witch. I'm the same way. The stories are kind of like, I just got back. But Requiem of a Rose King is a shoujo and it's dark. Yeah, it's by Shoujo Beat.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely different than I thought it was going to be. Man, the queen in that one's brutal.
She's so interesting.
Yeah. Who all is in the chat? We've got like 6 people in there. Who are you? There's people hiding. Who are you and what are you reading? And do you have beef with Crunchyroll?
Or homunculus.
I think most people do.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I just got an update from Crunchyroll.
Oh gosh.
It says right now that my package arrives Monday, so hopefully.
Wow.
Yay.
How can I sign up for some of those updates? I don't get any updates.
How do I sign up?
I have this app that like tracks all my packages. I don't know. I don't even know what it's called, but I can.
Oh, so it's not actually an update from Crunchyroll; it's an update from some other website.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll isn't updating you at all.
It's really cool. It shows like pictures of everything that you ordered down, and yeah.
That would scare me. I don't need to look
I
at
love
that.
I love the title of mine. It says order number blah 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 canceled / refund but shipped. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Like,
Hey,
no.
refund you
Huh?
Aw, because that would have been cool.
Yeah,
They're
they're
like,
like,
okay,
okay,
but like refund me the money. Okay.
yeah, I can read you the whole conversation. It's pretty messed up. Oh my gosh, where does it even start?
Well, I can complain about Indigo. When it came to getting Otherworld Barbara, I ordered it when it was my birthday month. So I was supposed to get a 20% discount, right? And you get the code in my email. So I just copy pasted it. And I guess you can't do that. It won't work if you do that. So I had to get a new code. So I was on a chat with someone and they gave me a new code. And then, so I went to go do it, but then my Wi-Fi cut out. So I was like, okay, I'll just do it tomorrow. And then the next day it wouldn't work. So I'm like, oh, I have to go on chat, get another code. And the person I got was like, well, just, I can't do that right now, but what you do is just order it and then I'll take the discount on afterwards. And so I'm like, okay. So I ordered it. So yeah. And then I was like, okay, can you take the discount off? She's like, I gotta go. I'm like, can you just take the discount? I gotta go to the customer. and then
Customer
dropped me.
service.
I was like,
I gotta
what?
go.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was like, I'm a customer. And like, so I was like, what the hell? So I waited a little bit and then I went on chat to get another person. And I'm like, told the story about that. Obviously, she didn't know how to give a code and she didn't want to ask her manager or something and just like lied. I don't know what the hell. But anyways, so I got this guy and he's like, okay, well, I'll send you the way he
I'll send
worded
you a
it was
code.
like, okay, on discount, I'll give we can sell the discount. I'll give you a gift, right? As well. And this is what I thought, right? So then I'm like, okay, so I get the gift of like another 20% off, but I'm like, wait, like why is my transaction still not 20% off? Because it made it sound like he'll get that dealt with 20% off of my order, plus like, oh, here's for your trouble. But no, my transaction still wasn't like getting a discount. I was like, so I had to refund it or try to cancel it and then reorder it with that e-card, and then it said canceled, but then all of a sudden it switched to shipped like you did. So now I'm like, oh, so now I have two coming to me. I'm like, no, it's not okay that you just send me an e-gift card. The only reason I bought it from your store is because I was going to get a percentage off because it's like $50 or $55 for that one volume. Now I have it twice coming to me. So yeah, that was a hassle. And I sent the hugest like complaint rant email to them, review of what happened. I was like, oh, so mad. So I had to wait till one of them came and like go in the store. I was like, here, send this back, give me my refund. At least they did let like no hassle with that. They were like, sure, right, not a problem. But it was just such a hassle. It's like, oh my god, like you need to train your customer service online because that was ridiculous. I just wanted a 20% off for my birthday.
Oh.
So that was my rant.
And do you remember when Indigo got hacked last year or this year? Last year?
Yes, I do. That was some interestingness.
Yeah.
It was like down for a good amount of time. And I had orders too that was supposed to be coming in.
Yeah, me too. Jonah the Dawn never came.
Oh, no.
Oh, it never came? I got mine
No.
at least. I did get mine.
No, but then
That
it wasn't coming, and then I got I reordered on Amazon because I couldn't wait anymore.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if I knew.
We don't
if
have
I
a
knew
lot
how
of
to cancel
places
them.
in Canada to buy books.
No,
Anyways,
there
I know
isn't,
in
is there?
Quebec.
So you're from Canada?
Yeah, I'm in Quebec.
Okay, yeah. There's like nothing here in Canada. Like it's so monopolized by Indigo. Your choices are pretty much Indigo or Amazon, unless you live in a big city where you have like a few manga stores. But like
There's a French one in Quebec. There's one like a big store that's French. They do sell English, but not a lot.
yeah, but
So
not
it's like
much
I
online. I
go
know which one
check
you're
from
talking
time
about.
to
It's
time.
Otaku Lounge.
Sorry?
Is it Otaku Lounge?
No, Taco Lounge, I've been there. They have a good stock, but it's a Renault Bré, it's called. Anyway, so it's
what?
it's the what?
What?
Renault Bré.
I don't know
Anyways,
what that is.
so it's
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 French.
it's just in Quebec, but it's like as big as Indigo, but French. But they also have English volumes, and they have a manga English section. So sometimes it's funny. Sometimes I can't find anything at Indigo, and then I find there. But I do go to both just to make sure.
Is it Renault?
Renault.
Bray?
Yeah, it's Renaud Bray.
Yeah, I've ordered there before, and for some reason I go there, and a lot of the manga that I want aren't in stock online.
Well, maybe they don't have a lot. But
Online ones.
Otaku
That's the problem.
Otaku Lounge, I've been
Yeah.
there, which is pretty. It's in downtown Montreal, and that's really a nice place. But it's far from my house.
Yeah,
I don't go there.
I've gotten one package from there before, but for some reason they did like a rehaul of their website, and now can barely find anything that they will ship to you. So, yeah,
Yeah.
it sucks. And both of those places don't really give any discounts. Like it's not
I
like
live
a Right
about
Stuf
an
or-
hour away from the States, and I'm like, one of these days, I'm just gonna take my car and go. No, but I'm just not even an hour. I'm thinking I'm like 15 minutes
You're right at the
away. I'm
border.
like, I really should go. Yeah.
Nice.
See, I'm stuck on an island, so there's
Where are you?
nothing around. And
Where
I'm
are
on
you?
Vancouver Island.
Oh,
Vancouver Island.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm
dang,
like
yeah.
all isolated out here.
But a nice place to read, though.
Mm.
Yeah, it's beautiful here. If I could actually get it in.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I guess Crunchyroll's sending out all their emails right now because I just got another email
Not
saying
to
the
me.
same thing. This cancel, refund, but shipped. I'm like, how many times are you gonna send this to me? 1, 2, 3.
For the same one?
3 times. 4 times. 4 different times. Like, okay,
But it's for the
yeah,
same volumes?
yeah, it's the same order. I only placed one order with them.
Just
And-
in
Maybe
case
they
you
can
didn't
send
receive
me-
it.
yeah.
Maybe they can send me some of your emails so I can
I
feel like
know.
I'm being
Let me
listened
just
to.
reply back because it says, please type your reply above this line. Please tell Tony when you're sending her stuff. You're like, who?
Or just let me cancel them. I'm so done with that stuff.
Yeah, I still have like a back order from Right Stuff, and I can't figure out how to cancel it because I thought that's where you were gonna go with your story, Bizarre,
Oh,
where you were talking about like some of your order shipped out, but the rest of it didn't.
yeah.
Like that happened to mine, and it's like 3 volumes of something that probably won't get reprinted. It's was it Video Girl AI or something?
Yeah.
It's like 3 volumes from that. And I can't cancel it because the rest of my stuff shipped, and they're like, please contact blah blah blah. I'm like, I can't contact anyone anymore to cancel this. I'm like, how do I cancel it? And supposedly our accounts were supposed to be linked up with Crunchyroll to where you could go back through your back orders and stuff. No, that hasn't happened.
Yeah, so pretty much mine is opposite. Mine, my Right Stuff couldn't find my order. And then
Really?
Crunchyroll is sending out my order from 3
Yeah.
4 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you'll get an email here soon, Tony. Because I think they're just sending out mass emails. I'm like,
But yeah,
they
I don't
sent
know.
the same email twice in one day.
I mean, I just don't think I'm smart enough to cancel. Like, I tried one time to cancel, I couldn't figure it out. And I'm never going to cancel games. Like, I can't figure it. It's too hard and complicated to cancel.
That's why if I order from Barnes and Noble, at least I can send an email and say, "Hey, can I cancel these volumes?" and I'll get a response within 24 hours.
Really?
Mhm.
Like Crunchyroll, they said they're going to send me an email over a week ago.
Mm.
Wow.
So at this point, I'm gonna
I don't
have
know
to
what they're
send.
thinking either. Like the fact that they took Right Stuff down. It's like what, and usually companies, when they do monopolize, they like to pretend that they're not a conglomerate, and what they'll do is they'll keep the different stores but still own all of them. So I think it's just
Yeah.
weird that they even tried to combine them. Like, why would you do that? It just
Yeah.
makes
If they
it look
didn't-
like you are scheming to everyone. Like, at least you have if you had Right Stuff, you have almost like a front that you weren't a conglomerate. But now, like, people are just like, and look at all the mess now. Like, everyone's orders all screwy. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
And they were really proud that they bought Funimation too. So they'll just try
Yeah, but they didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't get rid of Funimation, right? You could still. I think you
Yeah.
can still get a Funimation
Yeah.
subscription or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
So it's weird that they would do that. Like,
yeah, well, Crunchyroll kind of screwed Funimation too, because now I can't watch everything on it because it's like
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's like a
yeah,
period
that's true.
now.
Yeah, they definitely messed it up, but they didn't say, "Oh, Funimation doesn't exist anymore."
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But
that's
they
true.
did that with Right Stuff. Yeah, now it's like, okay, so now you're just assholes. Like,
Well, I wonder what else they're going to try to buy in the
Right?
anime community.
They're totally trying to monopolize everything. Yeah.
Mhm.
Next, they're going to try to buy.
Sony.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because like we say
I don't-
Crunchyroll, but it's really Sony, right? So
Yeah.
they've got their hands in a lot of things.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a comment about it.
Oh, is there?
Well, I think the CEO of Right Stuff retired a couple years ago, right? I think
Mm.
because there was a new CEO.
I think you're right. Yeah, I remember hearing.
I think
something.
that was
But then he
before. I could be misremembering, but I thought that was before they
The new
got
CEO came
acquired
in?
by Crunchyroll.
Yeah, I thought that
Oh,
was
I'd be
before.
so mad if I retired and gave up my position to another CEO, and then like a year later sells to Sony. I'd be super pissed.
Oh
I
yeah.
might
My
be wrong about the
baby.
timing
What
of
did you
that,
do to
but
my baby?
Ugh. That would be awful.
wow.
Oh.
I go on the Right Stuff Wikipedia page, and now it has a date for when it went defunct.
Oh, that's sad.
Crazy.
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Oh no, it was afterwards. I was wrong about that.
Okay.
I feel
It
the
got
same.
acquired in August of last year, and then the CEO stepped down in December of last year.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same feelings I felt when Borders closed down.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I feel.
I mean, I don't have brand loyalty. I just want my emails to be responded to and to get and to know when my books will be here. That's it.
Well, I
I
get
don't
an
feel like
email
I'm
every
asking
2
for a
days
lot.
saying that it's been refunded, but it's been shipped as well. I'm like, what?
But it's going to be a
Like I'm asking
surprise.
for it here.
I'm like,
Either you're going to get it or you don't.
I know. Well, the funny thing is, you can't even click on the tracking like number, and it'll go to like a
Yeah.
tracking like
That is-
website.
Yeah, it's so stupid that you can't even track it. They finally gave me a tracking number after 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I can't even track it with the tracking number.
right.
No, I
can
can't
delete
even.
it, put it in my tracker.
Why
even
give a
see the
tracking
books
number
I
if you can't
ordered.
even track it?
I
Exactly.
can't even see the books I ordered in my order. It doesn't show me what I ordered.
Oh, that's
Mine
not
says
right.
it's
That's
shipped
not
in-
right.
I'll
Mine
be right
says shipped
back.
in 2022. I'll have to
Yeah.
find that and show you because it's like, wait, what?
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. It says it shipped November of 2022. Yeah,
Yeah.
That is weird because mine says that too.
Yeah.
No,
I'm like-
they're all messed up.
not the new order, but the order that I ordered 3 years ago. That one says November 20th. Yeah.
Mm,
I don't-
it's a mess. It's a hot mess.
I don't feel like I'm being high maintenance, but I just want to know what's going on with my order.
Right.
No, it's not. It's ridiculous. I can't believe you guys are having to go through that. I feel bad for you because I hate that the most is when shopping online and then like things screw up and you can't get a clear answer from anybody and like you're just like, you
Yeah.
took my money.
Yeah.
I want my things. Let me know what's going on.
Like, even if it does show up, it's like I don't even want to email them again to get a like shipping label because who knows how long that's going to be. And then they're like, well, we'll refund it once we get it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll just take my volumes back to Barnes & Noble. I'm not dealing with you guys again. And I'm like, sorry, Barnes & Noble, but can you give me like a gift card? Because I'll be back. Because y'all are it right now. I wish we still had a Books A Million, but ours closed down. Oh well. All right. Before we
I wonder
complain
if
anymore, I guess we should like read some.
Yeah. But I wonder who the CEO of Barnes & Noble is because I've noticed something that how even their display and the store looks so eerily similar to Indigo. I wonder if it's owned by the same company, like
I
conglomerate,
think it is.
Yeah.
because they
Oh,
look
you're muted,
super
Tony.
similar. Even like their labeling of when you go in about fiction and
Yeah,
even
I
that's like
noticed
the
that.
same. You get the same shelves, the same layout. So
But before, when it used to be called Chapters, is it because it was sold or they just changed the name?
if they still call it chapters, because the one my Indigo where I am is chapters.
Mhm.
So
It
it's
says
what I said
Chapters?
before. What Crunchyroll isn't doing is the fact that the Indigo owns chapters, but they just kept chapters and pretend they're not Indigo, but they are Indigo. They also own Kohl's.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
have
that I
Kohl's,
knew. But yours says
right?
not Indigo, it says Chapters. And
Yeah, mine's a chapters, but it's owned by
okay,
Indigo,
okay,
and I order from Indigo online. Indigo, chapters.
okay.
Oh,
Because
And
mine
like
near
I said,
my
they own
house is Indigo.
Indigo and
Barnes and Noble is owned by the same people, or the CEO of Barnes and Noble is the same CEO as Waterstones in the UK. We don't know about Indigo.
Oh.
But so the CEO of Barnes and Noble now, I think that was a semi-recent change, like in the last 3 or 4 years, that it's a new CEO. Well, new for Barnes and Noble, but they do both own Waterstones and Barnes and Noble.
Yeah. Hmm.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, they're different CEOs. Yeah,
the
they
one's
just
just
copy.
copying the other.
Yeah, they just copy each other.
Like, that looks like you're selling a lot. Okay.
We'll just do the same.
Even though it doesn't matter because I own all the bookstores on all of Canada. You don't have a choice what it looks like or how we run our business.
All right.
Let's see. All right, you guys ready to read some more?
Well, what am I going to read now?
Which one?
I guess I'll read this. I don't know.
It's volume 2
Don't
that
do
you
it. Don't do it. Hello there. Now I'm scared to place my Crunchyroll order. It's still in my cart.
I think the only shipping confirmation I got was for an order that was entirely in stock and then they sent it out. All of the partial shipments I've gotten, no tracking information for them. So if you're going to order entirely in stock, then I think you'll be okay.
Makes sense.
But personally, I would not recommend doing anything else.
Yeah, maybe not pre-orders.
Don't expect an email.
Yeah.
No.
Just it's
Or
like
expect a
surprise,
lot of
unimportant.
emails.
Or else it's going to say cancel and ship.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Canceled.
surprises to
Refund,
happen.
but shipped. Like, what? After they just told me my order was canceled successfully, I'm like, okay, cool. And then 2 days later, I get, oh, it's been shipped. I'm like, no, it was canceled. I don't want it.
I don't want it.
It's good here. We're just trying to help you. Don't do it. Save yourself. All right. I'll meow again. It didn't do it this time either. Meow.
Wondering if you're gonna notice.
Yeah, I was like, oh. Oh, Moonbeams. She left for the night. Bye, Moonbeams. She's probably out of here by now. When was that? About 20 minutes ago. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I finished this one. I'm so mad I didn't get 4 and 5.
You literally were just saying how you were glad that you didn't get them.
I know. And then I'm like, dang it. Of course it'd have to end on a cliffhanger.
But then she read it.
So,
Now you want to know.
yeah. I was like, okay, still got to know more.
So remember how
Don't order it on Crunchyroll now.
Oh yeah.
No, not doing that.
So remember how I had such hard time finding spider last year? This is the second
Yeah.
spider I found. There's a spider in this book too.
I've seen like 10 spiders.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot too.
I've seen a lot of spiders. Actually, there's one right here.
Ah. Oh, in the book.
No, if it was actually in real life, I wouldn't be on the camera. I'd be across the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the same
I'm
thing with
really
me too. I'd be like
scared.
totally opposite. I'd be like out of town.
I hate
Or in
spiders.
the house. No. I hate
I'm
spiders
really
too.
bad.
Yeah, I almost got into an accident on the highway because of a spider.
That'd be me.
Oh.
In
Yeah,
the
that's
car.
happened to me before. It was like inside the car, crawling on the
Oh.
windshield, and
Oh.
thank goodness I was in a neighborhood because I slammed on my brakes. I'm like, that was a dumb thing to do. But luckily, there was nobody behind me.
In my room in my parents'
I
house,
literally
they
called
used
mom
to.
at night and got her to come to my house so that she could kill a spider for me because it was too big. I couldn't go near it.
Yeah,
I put my cats over
Dead
by
of
the
night.
spiders to get rid of them.
I used to do that too.
Yeah.
Like, here, you're supposed to hunt stuff. Go hunt.
One of them will just play with or watch them. The other one will go and eat them. But
Yeah.
so it depends on which cat I find.
Well, my cat would, but I don't let her because they're really big around my area. Like they're big. They can go as like big as your fist, right?
Oh
Really
my.
big, huge.
Ooh.
furry
Oh,
ones.
yeah.
So I'm scared.
Or burn
My
your
cat,
house
oh, I
down.
want to eat it. I want to hear it. It'll jump on you or something.
Oh,
Oh, God.
yeah, no.
Speaking of like kind of insects, I just got to the snail part in the Junji Ito one I'm reading.
Oh, yeah?
What's it called?
Ugh.
Yeah, Uzumaki. I got
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
disturbing.
yeah.
It's not my favorite part.
no.
No, real gross. How's Dark Gathering?
I didn't like it at all.
You did it?
No,
Really?
not. I mean, I like some of the art because it was creepy, and there's a weird hair demon, which for some reason I've seen like a lot ever since
have
I read
too.
PTSD Radio. Like I keep seeing
Yeah.
like hair demons everywhere.
There was
which
one in
is
that
a
Mimi's,
little
wasn't
scary.
there?
Which, what?
A hair demon? Like
It was
they
in
had
there was
hair
one in
stuff?
in the Hikaru Volume 2. The Summer
Maybe
Hikaru
that's-
died Volume 2.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
There was one in there. That
Oh,
creeped me
yeah.
out. But no, this I didn't like it very much. I mean, I went and bought the other 2 volumes that are out. So I'll
Yeah.
read them. But I did not like it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I like the skull things in her eyes. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
like
cover is
demon
amazing.
thing that
Mm-hmm.
the main one, I guess, is going to be for the overarching goal. The one that looks kind of like a fetus, an egg.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't want to say too much. I think that was pretty cool
I mean,
design.
Yeah, I like the designs, but the actual like story or the
It's pretty episodic,
Yeah,
but I mean, I'm
pretty-
giving away because it's a shonen jump, and usually they kind of tend to start that way, and then they have an overarching plot that that eventually kind of stops that episodic sort of feel to it. It's mostly just to get to understand the rules of the world sort of thing. So yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, if
I
it
also-
stays
I mean-
episodic, it'll probably get tedious. So
I also just like little kid characters who can see spirits are not my favorite, and I didn't know.
no, that's like
It's-
the whole thing.
I know. See, I don't look things up before I buy them, ever. But
Like the main whole plot of the whole story.
yeah. So I mean, I'll read the other two because I did like the creepy bits, but first volume was I'm not impressed. But I've read series, especially Shonen Jump series before, where the first volume was not very good at all. Well, I don't think that's
Right.
bad. I just didn't like it. But I've
Yeah.
read other series where I didn't like the first volume at all, and then it ends up being really good later. So
Mhm.
I'll read my other two volumes.
That's why it's always good to
Yeah, I
read
mean-
3 volumes
Mhm.
before you
Yeah.
make your decision.
Sometimes I think you can tell
Well,
if
yeah,
you're gonna like something or not.
Mhm.
yeah, for sure. But I mean, if you really want to make sure, or you're on the fence,
Mhm.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
on the fence, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
Well, Mimi's
Yes.
Tale of Horror is pretty good. I like it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I liked it too.
I've been liking it too. It's really good.
Do you guys have a favorite short story from it?
Mhm.
I like the
only-
one on the beach.
The beach one, yeah, that's a good
Yeah, I
one.
like the one the beach. But the one I did not like, or I find it weird, is the cemetery with the bodybuilder.
Yeah,
That one was a little
That
weird.
was
that one was. Yeah, I'm like, all right.
it was
That
just like,
vague.
okay, what is he doing? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just it was funny.
That one's
but
weird. Yeah.
I like when they went because I like the one with the beach, especially with the camera, and then they were able to see the pictures. That's pretty.
Yeah, that
neat.
one
I
was
like
really
that. I
cool.
like that. It reminds me of Back to the Future a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Like I like
Yeah. That was pretty cool. Where he, I wanted to see what the girl looked like in the picture.
Right?
Like,
Oh,
yeah, I
man,
know. I know.
All right.
We'll never know.
We'll
Right?
never
They're going to
know.
keep us in suspense.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one.
Mhm.
But it's funny how his female character, they all look alike. I mean, the only difference is she has blonde hair because
Yeah.
like they all look the same. I find I
Yeah.
guess it's the way he draws his
Draws them.
characters.
I
Right.
think a lot of mangakas are like that. I call it the same face syndrome, where like all the
Mhm.
characters kind of like
Yeah.
look alike.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's different names.
Some are just a lot more harder to distinguish than others. Like reading
Yeah.
Banana Fish, I'm like, okay, all the blonde dudes look exactly
Oh
alike.
yeah, they
Mm.
do. They look exactly.
You have
Plus
to be
that-
careful
that
that like
90s
you're
hairstyle.
like looking at an actual character and knowing what that character, who that character is, because if you're not careful, you could be thinking something like someone else is in that role doing that. And it's like, yeah,
Oh.
same face syndrome.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, Rumiko Takahashi has that too. A lot of her girls' characters are
I was
similar.
just gonna say.
Yeah.
Like the boys
Like,
kind of all
like,
look
a
the same. They got the black with the
Well, even
white hair.
someone who's a really talented artist like Shuzo Oshimi, all of his boy characters and the girl characters
Oh,
look
yeah.
like the same.
Oh yeah.
Fiona and
Yes.
Sue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That they do.
It's like you see the art and you know who it is
Uh-huh.
from.
Especially the main male characters.
Right? Because they all
they
the
all
characters
look the
alike.
exact same.
I think they're supposed to look like
Yeah.
him.
Oh, I know.
I feel
I'm
like-
sure they're all like
I think so too.
Yeah.
I have a feeling.
Yes, they
I
do
feel like that's
actually.
what he looks like.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But it is
Because
rare.
there's points where the characters don't look alike, like in say Blood on the Tracks, the aunt and like the uncle look very
Yeah.
like distinct, different, but yet he always happens to have like the same sort of picturesque for the boy character and the girl character too at times, I think. Like
Mhm.
Mm.
I've seen other works of his where that girl character in Blood on Tracks look eerily similar to the other girl characters, so I wonder who's basing that off of.
His mom or a girlfriend or something.
Right?
Well, I don't know about his mother. I hope not, because a lot of the
Yeah.
time it's romantic with a girl. So, but you never know.
Mom is like the psycho mom from like Blood on the Tracks.
Oh God.
Yeah. I don't know. He had an author's note in volume 14 where
Oh my god.
talking about like how his issues, like this is like unpacking sort of for his
yeah.
issues in terms of his mother, and it's kind of like I didn't need to know that.
Yeah.
I feel like his author's notes have gotten more and more unhinged
Yes.
in the
Like,
recent
whoa,
volumes. I mean, he's always
It's like
been
whoa, whoa, whoa,
oversharing.
whoa.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
always overshared in his author's notes, but now it's like,
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, thanks for letting me know. I didn't need to know.
Yeah,
I
this
could have
is
kept that to
what-
yourself.
this isn't just, oh yeah, this is where this came from. This is like, here's my deep-seated, like,
Yeah.
That mommy issue that I have here.
stay inside.
Yeah. Hopefully his family doesn't read it.
Oh God.
Well, considering like the perspective with Blood on the Tracks and how like things are like when he goes unhinged, I'm like thinking like, are you are you okay, Shuzo?
Yeah.
When things start like melting and like
I know.
That is half the reason I read Shuzo Oshimi, is just to figure out what part of himself he's going to reveal in his manga. Like, obviously, the stories are good, but it's just like,
they are.
Shuzo Oshimi
Yeah.
is a very interesting person. And obviously, I've read a lot of manga where there's some kind of self-insert happening, but not many I've read where it's so obviously
Yeah.
like this is
And well, he
about,
tells you
this is
it's
Shuzo
also
Oshimi
often.
writing about himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I mean, it's making for good content. So I don't know, have at her, guy. I mean,
Yeah.
But even like, what's that one that people don't like? The slice of life one, published by Dempa. Shino can't say her
I
name,
don't.
Yeah.
which has like no
yeah.
horror elements at all.
Yeah.
Her name is like it's really close to Shuzo Oshimi's name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I noticed
really
that
close.
too. I was like,
Yeah.
huh.
So even when you have a main female character, he's still writing about himself.
Mm-hmm.
So that one was interesting too.
It's a
I know people don't like that one because it's not.
I love that one. I thought it was really good.
I like that one too.
Yeah.
I just like how it's, again, Shuzo Oshimi writing about himself in
Yeah.
different ways.
Good stuff.
When is his next volume coming out? Blood on the Tracks.
It's coming
I
out
don't
in
know.
December. It was in November, but he pushed it back. Or the
Oh,
publisher
yeah?
pushed it back to. Yeah.
Because there's not many left, I think, eh?
No, 17's the last one, and I think it comes out in March or April.
Oh wow.
I
didn't
think,
know
or
they
maybe
finished
that's a 16. I don't know.
17 is the last one.
Yeah.
17.
The cover for the next volume is really cool.
Yeah.
I really like that cover.
I like
didn't
the
even
covers
know.
of Blood on the Tracks. All of a sudden, you get a crazy one like volume 11 with the butterflies, the golden butterflies.
Mm-hmm,
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I read that volume, for some reason, a bunch of the manga I've been reading recently just had butterflies in them. So I got to that one, I was like, I don't know what's happening in the universe right now. That's putting butterflies in my face all the time, but yeah.
The sign to fly free.
Now I have to check the cover.
Volume 15, right? I think.
15?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's just show it. There's some other volumes on there though, or pages. Oh, come on now. It's like we don't need to see all that. Oh well. Let's see.
Well, that is not what the hell, eBay. That's not what I wanted. to look at.
There it is. Eyeball
Oh
one.
yeah, wow, that's nice. That's different.
Yeah, it's different. Is that supposed to be his mom?
I
God.
think so.
I think so.
Or is it the? Well, I can't say that. Never
No,
mind.
I think the girl
No, I'm pretty sure it's his mom.
has short hair still, doesn't she?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you remember how it ended, eh? The last volume, so
Yeah.
it might be his mom.
It's probably
Yeah, I
his
think it's his
mom.
mom.
Oh yeah.
I think
She
it's
was right there. It could. Yeah.
Like the red around
Yeah.
her
yeah.
Yes.
in his pupil. That's interesting.
Oh,
like
there's
that volume
16, I
cover.
guess. Maybe.
See,
Was
I
that
never
16?
look at volumes.
It looks like 16, but it doesn't look like him as
Well,
main
it's
character.
Japanese version, right?
Yeah.
I'd be careful looking at any other volume covers just in case you get spoilers.
Yeah.
The spoilers.
Yep. I try really hard not to look at volume covers too far ahead.
Yeah,
Because
same here.
I think the worst
I feel
ones
bad
I've
for the
seen
people
are
that love romance manga because they always have the spoiler wedding at the end of the manga.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that
Yes!
even a spoiler?
It
Really?
was exactly what I was thinking, but we know, but still, like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but still, it's like I always hear when I watch manga hauls or whatever logs, and all the people that like really like the romance, and they always like, I got this and I saw it. I was like, no, don't tell me. I'm like, ah, that sucks.
Yeah, like
The worst ones
yeah,
for me
something's wrong
were.
with us, and
Oh,
there
yeah.
was the Savior's Book
Oh.
Cafe.
Yeah.
There's also Sweat and Soap, and there's like every
Yeah.
romance
Oh yeah,
almost
yeah,
does that.
yeah.
Pretty
That's
much.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst ones for me are Attack on Titan. They spoil. I mean, at least when I started reading it, there wasn't a lot of talk about it. I mean, the anime, the first season of the anime was out. But so if you watch the anime and then started reading the manga, and then you saw the volumes that were out, there were tons of spoilers on the covers
Oh.
at the time. I mean, there's still spoilers if you're really early on in the series, but
Yeah.
I don't know why they do that.
Hmm.
I don't know. Guess they just assume that everyone reads it as they come out. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe they do that in Japan, but like when you're trying to catch up on the
how far ahead it was.
yeah.
Mhm. Do you guys want to do one more sprint? You guys up for
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Down.
Okay. Cool, cool. Let's go for it. Meow. Gotta go. Muted. No.
I pretty much finished Mimi's Tales of Terror. I got like 2 pages left. It's pretty good.
Nice. I like that one. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I finished it as well, and then I was just while I was waiting, I was reading not at all horror, but I was reading Go with the Clouds North by Northwest,
Oh, so
Volume
good.
1. Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah.
I've been obsessed for years about Iceland, and this
Oh.
year I met
Mhm.
the First Lady of Iceland.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
she has a book that she's promoting
Uh-huh.
called The Secret of Sprakar, and she came here and she signed my book.
Oh,
So
cool.
it's pretty cool. So when I heard about this book, I'm like, what? Oh my God, manga and Iceland together?
Yes. It's so good. Like the
Yeah.
art, and I love
Oh
all the back
yeah.
covers and stuff with all the like camping gear and
Oh yeah,
stuff
I'm
like
in heaven. I love it. The art is so nice.
that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And you guys, anybody finished their
Yeah.
books?
I finished this one, number 5. So I think I made a decision. I think I'm just gonna, after I finish reading 6 and 7, I think I'm just gonna read it digitally because I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Not worth it.
good, but it's not like
It's not
like
worth having it in your collection.
yeah, like there's other things in my collection that I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta have it, and this is just kind
Yeah.
of like it's something to read, but
Right.
it's good. It's interesting. I would totally watch the anime of it if there was one. What about you?
Yeah, I think
Bizarre?
the best question is to ask, like when you're reading, is it something that you're gonna want to reread?
Yeah,
Because otherwise, it's just gonna accumulate dust.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, and I definitely probably wouldn't reread it, but and it's on the Viz manga app too. So I mean, for
Yeah.
$2 a month, I mean, and I'm already reading other stuff on there too. So there we go. Don't need the kitty no more.
Yeah, I just read about five chapters of Uzumaki on the Viz app, and then
Yeah.
I finished these 2 Freakathons, so or
Nice.
reading sprint. So yeah,
Sweet.
Are you liking Uzumaki?
yes, I am. I'm actually gonna buy it. So
Yeah.
It's a
probably
good
wait
one.
for to see if I can get it on the half off hardcover sale in
Mhm.
January, hopefully.
It's really good. I love that one.
Yeah.
It's the second. I think it's the last one on that number, but it's the second title by his I read, so I'm really liking it a lot. So
Nice.
I like how all the stories are kind of connected, but they're not connected at all. They're really
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see, I'm just filling in like my reads, and I'm up to 48 volumes. I was like, whoa.
This month, you mean?
Yeah. I can't remember what my record was. I think it was around 48, so I might break it. I need to finish Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. So,
Yeah, that one's coming out in December too, I think. The next
yeah, I
Bound.
saw that. Mm-hmm.
Did you guys all read just horror this month, or do you guys like kind of do a little bit here and there?
Horror
of other-
adjacent.
Just horror?
Horror, paranormal,
yeah.
anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Mostly,
much.
I read, like supernatural. I read
Yeah.
a thriller. So
Thrillers, yep, mystery thrillers too. I would count that.
yeah,
But that's usually what I read anyway, so.
Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't have that many to choose from. So that's why I had to buy a bunch of them because I already read them all during the
yeah.
year.
The only thing that I kind of went off was I read just one chapter in a webtoon. I think that was it. But I was gonna wait, and then I just kind of looked at it, and I just started reading. And I was like, I need to stop. So,
All of a sudden, I was reading.
but next month it is on.
Yeah. Yeah, I read mostly like horror, thriller, that kind of stuff, or anything supernatural. But then I went off on a tangent on King's Beast.
Oh,
Well, I
yes.
mean, there's a beast in it.
Yeah.
Beast.
Yes, I did read the 11th. I know
Yes.
about it.
So good. And then they had like extra chapters on the Viz app. So I think I've read up to like volume 13-ish. So
What?
Yeah, it's on the Viz app.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I just saw the other day they came out
Because
with
it's
more
a shoujo
chapters.
beat,
So I'm
right?
like, what's that?
Because it's a shoujo beat, right?
Yeah.
The King's Beast? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it is.
But it's so good. It's not
is.
your typical shoujo. And then I read Taemin's B-sides, which I didn't really like. And for the most part, I read like
Every time I see that title, I think of Timon from The Lion King. And I can't take it seriously.
yeah.
Obviously, that's not how you pronounce his name, but every time I see that character's name, I think of Timon.
Timon, yeah. I don't know. I just didn't. It wasn't for me. I don't really gravitate to like idol culture, centric stories.
Yeah.
So it wasn't for me. But the cover is the thing that got me. I'm like, oh, I like his like black and white shirt with his jacket with the blue, and then there's pink in the back. I'm like, yes. And I'm like, no, not for me.
Yeah, I wasn't into that when you were describing it, and then I watched Laura's new video, and she's like raving how good it is. I'm like, now I want that.
I know. Like I tried, but I don't know. Like the guy was just very depressed and like in his head too much. I'm like, dude, come on. But he's like this completely opposite person when he's up on stage and stuff. I'm like, what is going on? Like, why does she gotta keep constantly like pulling you up out of it? Like, I don't think that's fair to her. So I don't know.
Manic pixie dream girl kind of role.
Yeah. I don't know. It was supposed to be like a comedy, but I didn't find anything in it funny. So I'm like, okay. Am I missing something? Am I not in the right mood? Or I don't know. Yeah.
Or maybe it's just
like I was gonna pass on it, and then I heard it was by the same mangaka as Takane and Hana. And I'm like, oh, I got a few chuckles out of that series. And I'm like, this should be good. Not in my case anyways.
Yeah, you can't really trust too much just by going by mangaka, because some like stories will be like really great, then others are like stinkers.
Yeah. That is very true.
Oh, he already liked you,
Yeah, I've been mixing horror and romance, I guess, because I kind of it's because I don't appreciate, like, I just end up not appreciating them as much because I feel like, okay, another horror, so I feel like it kind of makes me appreciate them more if I spread them out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I think that's why I like switched to King's Beast like halfway through, because it was literally halfway. I started reading King's Beast, and I'm like, okay, back to the horror stuff.
You had a break with Golden Kamui too. I mean, Golden Kamuy is
Well, that's
gory
true.
for sure, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
describe that as a horror manga.
It was kind of like thriller-esque because of
Yeah.
like the psycho that's
Mhm.
like in it. And we're like, whoa, this guy's messed up. Y'all need to stay away from him. So it was kind of like a cat and mouse kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I think for me, I would describe Golden Kamuy as primarily a comedy manga
mhm.
and then an adventure manga or
Yeah.
something like
And then
that.
a food manga.
Foodie manga for sure. My favorite foodie
And then
manga.
like a historical, like
Yeah, historical.
learning, educational one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's got a lot in it. And I think it's got a lot for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
I love that manga.
I had to stop
It's a long
myself.
series, eh? It's a long series.
It's 31
It's
volumes.
31.
Oh, yeah. It's a big commitment.
I love long series though.
Yeah. I think I read volume 1 through 3 and then immediately bought the rest of it because I knew. I was like, I know I'm going to want to read this like one after the next. Just power through it because it's so good.
I think that one you can read on the Shonen Jump website or the Viz
really?
website. It's not on the app because it's too explicit for them to have it on the app, but I think it's on the website.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'll check it out. I have so many volume one of so many, and I'm like, I just don't know where to go. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
That's when I just read them all
Yeah,
at once. Do a whole.
Yeah.
Like,
But I only have like a volume. I'll start like a few series, and then like I'll stop picking up any new ones and just write down the series I'm interested in,
Mhm.
and then just like after I complete one, then I go. Like
that's
I
a good
limit
idea.
myself so that doesn't happen. Not all over the place, right?
Yeah. It's a good idea.
Because that
Oh,
would
yeah.
stress me out having all the ones, like and wanting them to be complete on my shelf. I would be like, I don't know.
I
Yeah.
just pick the
I
first
would-
volume to try
yeah,
it, and then if I like it enough, I'll just have the first volume read and then buy the rest until it's completed, and then I'll read the whole thing.
Mm.
But it's just the first volume to try it usually.
How are you liking Tokyo Babylon?
It's interesting. It's better than Dark Gathering. But the supernatural parts for me in this are more interesting than Dark Gathering. Although it is definitely creepier in Dark Gathering. I don't know why I'm comparing these two. Probably just because
You
those are
just
the two I read today. They're not really.
So I
You
have
just
a
don't like children, Tony.
No, I mean, there's the whole. So this is the first Clamp manga I've ever read, I think.
oh wow.
And I know like Clamp has some elements that people don't like, and there's definitely some of that in here.
I have a question about the printing of it because I read the old Tokyo Pop ones, and when you get to the last volume, so you open up the sleeve like that, and it gives away what is going to happen in the final volume.
Oh,
what?
Before you read it, and and I started bawling my eyes out. That's all I'm going to say. But like,
I'll stop looking at those then.
Yeah,
That is so weird.
So I'm wondering if they're going to do it or not. But yeah, I'll message you the first panel and see if it's the same in that one as it is in the Tokyo Pop one, because I'm curious to see if they're going to make that mistake again, because I was very upset. It literally ruined like a big like plot twist, like a huge one, in just a picture of the first.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was
Oh no.
and
No,
I was
I
at
haven't
work
seen
too.
anything.
Yeah, I was at work and just started crying, and everyone's like, "What is wrong?"
Yeah, so this one, I think I haven't finished this volume yet, but so far I'm liking it enough that I'll probably just
By the
wait
rest.
for the whole series to be done and then read it. There is for anyone watching this, there is an age gap romance in here. Just, I mean, it's not really a romance yet, but it is. But again, I've heard that a lot about Clamp, so I was kind of expecting that. So
Oh yeah,
it's there.
I guess there's a Wish too.
Yeah, Yeah, if my memory is, I read it a couple of years ago, but the romance doesn't blossom into anything.
Yeah.
So it's,
I don't. From what I've read so far, it doesn't seem like it's going to. But again, it's only one volume out of
Yeah.
7. So
So what do you
Yes,
say?
I know people-
age
I know
gap?
people
Like,
are-
what's the age gap?
like
Like
the
what?
one is
age?
16 and the other is 25.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, like that's the reason I mention it is because I know people will really not want to read that because of
Yeah.
it. But at this point, it doesn't
Well,
bother
all
me
I'm
enough to
saying
stop
is-
reading it.
yeah, at the end of what's going to happen, you won't even remember the age gap.
Yeah, that's why at this point it doesn't bother me enough to stop reading it. And I don't know how to say this, but again, this is the first Clamp manga I've ever read. So I
Okay.
kind of want to see. I
Yeah.
mean, like I don't want to read an age gap romance like that, but
Sorry,
I
but
do
what's a
want-
clamp manga? Sorry, I
Clamp
don't know.
is a group of manga authors. So they've done a lot of shoujo manga, like a lot of
They're all
them. They're
women.
very prolific, yeah, and influential shoujo manga artists. So, and they all, I think
They've
all
done,
of
like-
them have some kind of have complaints about being problematic. So, I kind of knew
Yeah.
that going into it. So I'll just read it anyway.
Mhm.
I just mention it.
They
for
did
people who-
Cardcaptor Sakura,
Yeah,
Yes.
Mhm.
like really famous
and
work.
Which that one has the teacher student.
yeah,
Yeah. That's
Mhm.
really problematic thing.
But it's so crazy because it's like such like a side character. I'm like, why did they even need to include that? Like,
Right?
but,
Just stop.
they wrote Holic, right?
yeah, Holic
Mhm.
and Magic Knight Rare, a whole bunch of them.
Chobits,
Chobits, yeah.
which, yeah. Yeah.
So, and it has some
Yeah, I
interesting
thought it
supernatural
was
elements.
sure. But if you're liking that, maybe I'll check out the Tokyo Babylon one.
Yeah,
called.
yeah, Tokyo Babylon.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
it's
that's
actually
my first getting.
it's actually a I think it's called a prequel. It comes before, right? Prequel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
miracles. before.
It's a prequel to X, likely.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't actually look up the demographic for Tokyo Babylon. I should have done that.
Yeah, like something that happens in Tokyo Babylon actually happens in X. It's like a recap. So it's pretty cool.
Interesting.
It is a shoujo. It was also written in 1990, so I kind of like reading manga that were written in the 90s.
The older classics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you like Tokyo Babylon, I definitely recommend X. So,
Yeah, I think are those omnibuses out of print? I
yes,
think they are.
they are, but I have a
I
feeling
like
that they might get reprinted. Tokyo
Yeah, if
Babylon.
they
Sounds like
reprinted the Babylon one, they might do. I mean, because it's
Right.
Clamp, like
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like they're starting to reprint all of them because, Magic Knight Rare just got a paperback release. They did Chobits. They put Wish in an omnibus. I'm not sure how long back.
Clover too.
Clover. Yeah.
oh yeah,
But it seems like they're
Saw that.
starting to redo them.
Well, I love like
well, they're so
collecting.
famous, right? It makes sense.
I love collecting like each edition. So like if you actually look back, it's like they've reprinted them at least 5 different times by different companies. So they'll
Yeah.
eventually get around to it. Hopefully.
Mhm.
But I mean like but X never officially finished. It's on hiatus.
Yeah.
Definitely though.
Really?
Kind of sucks.
Well, can't read that.
Well, no. I think you still should because what
I
you
can't do it if it's on hiatus, though.
There's some
It's
manga that they go on hiatus in a place that is an okay stopping point.
well, the reason why
I'm not sure if that's the case for X or not. But
the reason why I say that is they went on a hiatus because they actually lost the rights to there, so they're not allowed to finish it.
how do you lose the rights to your own manga?
Your
How
own
do you
story.
Well, something
Actually,
about
you know what? I think when you get published or whatever in a magazine, you actually lose the rights to
yeah,
the publishers.
Yeah, and the magazine like canceled or something. But they finish it in the anime, so it does have a really good ending in the anime. So
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just watch the end.
Yeah.
Well, now I have to go buy these things. Where am I gonna find them? I have to go to eBay.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna end the stream. There's like 3 people hanging
It's only
out.
been 3 hours. Yeah.
yeah. It's been 3 hours.
But no
so-
McDonald's. No McDonald's deep dive.
Hey, there is now.
That was so much fun.
We can start.
Only quality discussions about Crunchyroll service.
Yeah.
McDonald's
See
here.
if I got any more emails.
I'd laugh if you did though. That'd be so funny.
Oh my goodness, it would be. Oh, I got 9 emails. None of them from Crunchyroll though. Bummer.
Oh, they're lagging. They're lagging.
Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you for joining us on the chat as well, our live stream panel. It's been a lot of fun this year having more people, I think, on the live stream with us. It definitely got unhinged on a couple of them. But
It's just the one, I think. Just the
Just
one.
Yeah,
the
just the one.
just the McDonald's one. I should have been sitting here eating McDonald's like on this one. That would have been funny.
Yeah, that was a funny one.
Oh, I actually looked for the Funko Pop of the purple guy, and I couldn't find it. I was gonna buy it and like hold it up, but the purple guy I could find was the robber guy. I think it was gonna be as funny, so I didn't.
Oh,
get
the
it.
burglar.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Would have
Well,
been funny
never
if you
find
just
them
put
out
it on
in
the
a while.
shelf behind you.
Yeah.
What?
Or it would have been funny if
You put it on the shelf behind you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See if someone would know.
Like, is that Grimace? Let's talk about that. Yeah, I'll definitely be getting the Grimace shake if it ever shows its face again. See what that's all about. Of course, there are machines.
I'm every year old Grimacy. That's the Shamrock Shake. That's
that's right.
I going down the gullet. Good stuff.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us. And I guess the next video would be like a wrap-up video.
Yeah, but that you read on.
Yeah.
Did we
all
say
the
it's
things.
going to be on next Wednesday?
I think next Wednesday, yeah. But yeah. So thank you guys, and we'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye.